Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. They're all like standing with the dark suit and the tie and the red tie and doing the exact same.
Robert Palmer. They were Robert Palmer background dancers.
Yeah, background models.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. They're like the really ugly Robert Palmer models.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other thing is Law and Order.
Mm-hmm. Stare decisis.
Stare decisis. Ipso facto. How? Thank you. Once again, I was going to say, how is this legal? It's not legal. Ron is the first one that tweeted. So basically, Trump's game plan is to have rotating members of Congress show up, sit through 45 minutes of the trial, then have them come out and violate the gag order for him in front of the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that does violate the gag
they're
order.
surrogates. They're not allowed to do that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But once again, like, is anything going to happen? Because he clearly is gay, and you. It's the con is so bad this time that you can see the man behind the curtain. He's literally writing the thing, giving it to them, and they're saying it.
Mm-hmm.
How is that not at least the spirit of the gag order? Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
If
it.
he's handing
Trump's-
them to it,
Trump's
that's
allies
against it.
have been packing the New York City courtroom where he's standing trial, speaking out in his defense in statements that come close to violating the gag order. How is this not violating it? Trump is forbidden from speaking about witnesses, jurors, court staff, or their families under a gag order, though it also forbids him from asking others to do it on his behalf.
Exactly.
How pathetic can this spectacle get that the Speaker of the House of Representatives is standing there, the God warrior, at the porn star hush money trial, defending that despicable human and attacking the judge's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay. New York, yes, it was New York Magazine's Andrew Rice. He said, spotted Trump rewriting and editing lines that would be spoken by the handful of notable guests who made the pilgrimage to the court. While testimony's going on and Michael Cohen was testifying against him, he was actually going through and annotating and editing the quotes that these people were giving. How close are we to Friday? How close are we to the getting me of the Glenn Kirshner?
Very close.
Okay.
We're about 48 hours away.
Here's the poisonous part, is that we've all come to just go, oh, okay, well, he'll get away with that too, you know? This is like what's eroding our faith in the criminal justice department. Here's the only, what do I say about polls?
They're BS unless you find one that you like.
Yes.
Right.
This gives me hope for America, Jody. For the first time, that inspires a little less than hope. I'm like, now a warning. Now you feel like Donald Trump.
Now a warning?
Maybe a criminal dirtbag of some kind. But okay, you're late to the party. Welcome. For the first time, a Yahoo News YouGov poll shows a majority of Americans believe Donald Trump had falsified business records to conceal a hush money payment to a porn star. So they're paying enough attention to know that much. It represents a new high, suggesting coverage of the trial may be shifting perceptions of Trump's conduct. Just 22% of Americans say Trump did not falsify business records. There are a lot more of us that are not taking crazy pills. Let's just review. The other good thing is the majority of Americans also think he needs to go in the pokey.
The Hooskow?
Yeah, they didn't phrase it like that.
Up the river?
Right. They didn't phrase it like that.
In the clink?
The big house. Big house.
Real big house.
Okay. I'll take it. And it's, and again, the polling's showing Biden way up if he gets convicted, which
He will.
everybody's freaking me out now. They're like, he's sleeping in court because he knows it's already rigged. Like they've already got one juror, unless someone's like, wouldn't be the first time at a mob trial that they figured out how to, get one person on the jury to blah, blah, blah.
That just hangs the jury. It doesn't acquit him.
Yeah.
It just hangs the jury.
Which is hilarious because he remains so unhung, according to Stormy Daniels, if you know what I'm saying.
I do. Do you
That'd
have
be
to work
funny
so
have
blue?
It'd be funny to have a hung jury for someone that has like a teeny tiny button mushroom penis.
He's not even a grower.
I don't feel like anchors would be able to resist that. There is a hung jury.
Yeah.
He's not even a grower, Chris said.
No.
No.
Yeah.
He's neither a shower nor a
No,
grower.
neither one.
What
You
use
guys
is
are
that?
working so blue.
What use is that?
Oh my God. Come on. You know that you could see the smirks. We asked Ali Velshi, we said, did the 8th grade boy and you giggle when you have to say pecker? And I think he admitted yes. So you know that someone's going to say this just in, there's a hung jury.
You're rooting for a hung
Which
jury
makes
just so
it
that happens.
completely opposite of the defendant, who is not. Okay.
You are rooting for a hung jury, aren't you?
Just
Don't-
for that joke. No, I'm not. Can I just say, the transcripts that were giving me life, Michael Cohen, by all accounts, did great. And oh my God, Trump's lawyer bombed. All the legal experts are using the term bombed. They're like, although I keep saying, like, he defends a ridiculous person giving ridiculous instructions about a ridiculous defense. But they were just saying that he completely bombed in this cross.
How many objections were sustained? There were quite a few just right off the bat.
Oh my God. But they're just saying how the prosecution set this case up perfectly. They've got, who is it? Our friend Tristan Snell. Legally, he said, stop overanalyzing the Trump case. Exhibit A, the audio recording of Trump. Exhibit B, the checks to Cohen signed by Trump. Trump ordered the whole scheme and literally signed off on the payments. It was clearly a cover-up to help save his campaign. It's just common sense. That's what I thought. I'm like, this doesn't actually even seem that complicated. They had to call Cohen, but the case was already made.
Yeah.
And I thought, just from all accounts,
And he is
was
their last witness. Yeah.
but they set up perfectly, like who he is, what he has said over and over. That he went to prison for this.
Right.
He went to prison for this thing that Donald Trump ordered. So, he's been very upfront all the time about, yes, I lied. I lied for Trump. Yes, I did this for Trump. Yes, I'm ashamed of what I did for Trump.
Right.
I mean, okay, so Blanche, it's time to go. Todd Blanche. Oh. This is like another person's career that's going to go in the wood chipper for Donald Trump. I mean, it's okay. So this, I need some festive music. Hang on. Blanche, Mr. Cohen, my name is Todd Blanche, and you and I have never met. You went on TikTok and called me a crying little S-bomb. That's the S-bomb. First of all, everyone's like, how is that relevant? Who?
Right.
Yeah, like that was his own axe to grind. Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. And Michael Cohen's very out front about who he is, right? Cohen, that sounds like something I would say. Prosecution, objection, judge, sustained.
Yeah, there were a lot of sustained objections.
Blanche, you referred to Trump as dictator douchebag. Cohen, sounds like something I said. I think this just blew up in their faces because he just owns who he is.
Yeah, he does.
And what he's done and what he went to prison for.
Right.
Blanche, you said he should go where he belongs, in a cage like a animal. Do you recall saying that? I recall saying that. I mean, first of all, Michael Cohen is an attorney, so he's good at this.
Right.
They were saying there was one time where he was connecting directly with the jury,
That's
and
the
they
way
were
to do
paying
it,
a
yeah.
lot of attention and looking right at him, and they said what do you call it? Blanche tried to disrupt that because he saw that the jury was
get in
very
the
much
way.
connecting with
A lot of
with-
lawyers will get in the way. I
Yeah.
find they'll get in the way.
Yeah. Okay, Blanche. Blanche, you also talked on your podcast, Mea Culpa. Michael should have said, thanks for the plug. Your desire to see Trump get convicted in this case. Cohen, sounds like something I'd say. Blanche, have you regularly commented on your podcast that you want President Trump convicted in this case? Cohen, yes, probably. Blanche, do you have any doubt? Cohen, I would like to see accountability, but it's not for me. It's for the jury and this case. Oh, my God. I'm telling you. Mic drop. Nicely done, Michael Cohen. Everybody was saying the beautiful part is that Trump had to sit there and listen. Dictator douchebag, yes. Von and Pants, yes. Yes, I did. He was a very polite chipmunk, Michael Cohen.
Yes.
Why, yes. Yes, I did.
did.
No,
After you. Oh, no. You first. Thank you.
Yes. Do you have more? I brought some of my own. Would you like to hear more? Okay. Where is the best? Okay, wait. That one? Hang on. Hold, please.
Rutabaga.
Oh, this is my favorite side story from yesterday. Laura Ingraham got scolded
Yes, she did.
as she breaks the rules in the Trump trial courtroom. Because, of course, she did. Because they all think that none of the rules apply to them. Because it starts with him. So she was using a pair of binoculars in the courtroom and was told several times not to. Okay. They're banned when evidence is being shown to legal counsel before being presented to the jury, which is exactly when she whipped them out.
Yeah.
several court officers were like, ma'am, you can't use binoculars. No binoculars. Ma'am, hello. They kept trying to get her attention. She apparently let out a surprised huff and then threw the binoculars down because they're all whiny little tantrum babies that don't know how to follow the rules that all the rest of us.
And then she left it an hour and a half.
What?
And then she left it an hour and a half.
That's right. I want to use binoculars. I don't, they always find ways to break the rules, right? Like, I just picture them turning around. She has like a Colonel Klink monocle. No, we said no. No visual aids.
They should have kicked her out of the court.
Yes.
That's what they should have done.
So tired of two sets of rules. You're awfully quiet. What do you, I can tell you want to mansplain or patricide to me in some way.
No,
You were making a face during my opening.
No,
Something.
not at all.
So you don't think it's violating the gag order? Him writing things for other people to say that violate the gag order?
If what that reporter saw was accurate, then yes.
Well, they're still doing it. I don't think that's not part of the thing that you have to visually see him writing things. It right in here it says it violates the gag order to instruct other people to do it for you. They're clearly all saying the same thing.
That's not what I said. I said if what the reporter saw was accurate.
Right.
The reporter saw something. He did not see what was written on that paper.
Yes, he did. He saw the actual talking points that they were saying, and Trump was making notes on them.
No.
But you don't need that, is what I'm saying. You don't need that part of that. It is still violating the gag order to have other people do it for you. Like, what do you think, Eric? Like, Eric Trump thinks he's smart. I'll do it, Daddy. What do you want me to say?
No, the defendant has to directly ask the person to do it.
He could do it by phone.
Direct
You
the
are
person
just
to
a
do it.
human.
He could do it by telephone.
Blocking buzzkill.
Sorry, but law is pretty exact.
It says you cannot instruct other people. So, okay.
And he could be doing it verbally. It doesn't have to be written down.
I'm telling you, it's the scene from Hacks. I'm telling you. It's
I know
fantastic.
it doesn't have to be written down.
Yeah.
I know, but
This is a scene from Hacks. I'm telling you, Jean Smart.
there has to be proof.
She says to continue to work for you, you can't, insult my appearance anymore. X, Y, Z. And Jean Smart says yes while she's texting her maid, and then her maid comes in and does the jokes to Hannah for her.
Trump and the Republicans are always going to look for that kind of workaround.
They're cheating, lying douchebags. This is why it's time to go to StephanieMiller.com and buy your GOP Bad Idea Factory t-shirt. They are a bad idea factory. They are pro-rapist, pro-cancer, pro-shooting puppies in the face, and I've had it. I've had it.
You are invited to Stephanie Miller's Sexy Liberal Save the World Tour. It's the political comedy event of the year, and it's coming to a city near you. Join Stephanie Miller, the queen of progressive talk radio, along with Hal Sparks, John Fugelsang, and the comedy duo Frangela, mocking all the fascists and trolls for a tour that is hilarious, inspiring, and deeply offensive to just the right people. It's an all-new tour with all new guests and a side-splitting evening of stand-up. Stephanie Miller's Sexy Liberal Save the World Tour.